So I don't want to text anybody to show up. Y'all can watch me be weird. Hey, David. Hey, El. Is the other one over? I was trying to get back over there. Ah. What's up? Mickey. Northeast Ohio Paranormal. What's up? Northeast Chipper. Yeah, somebody went and bought what do you call it? Ducks. I don't want to know if you got some chickens over. Now I can read y'all on here, Hunter. Quack quack. Yeah, those are ducks going quack quack. The boys doing okay, I guess. I'm fine. I'm tired. I'll work my butt off all day. Well, that's not true. I did stuff today instead of just sat around like people are supposed to do. I did Doug Garden. Are they attacking it? I have 6 ducks in my living room. In like a what do you call it? Kiddie pool, little wading pool, little 4 foot, whatever, with a cage around it because it took them exactly 20 hours to figure out how to jump out. What's up, Leland? Mr. Don't bring my grandkids back over like he said he was going to. But anywho,
no, you're not. Why do I need it on top of
5 years is the average for what? David, water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. As long as it's stored out of the sunlight and in a sealed container, it doesn't go bad. Water is water. It's an element. It remains water. You know, I wouldn't.
I was not on your hair.
Yeah, you're okay. I mean, water's water. I mean, bottled water sitting in your car in the sunlight. Yeah, I don't know what the plastic bottle is going to leach into it, but water is water. The water we're drinking today was the same water the dinosaurs drank, if there were dinosaurs. Pretty sure. I mean, the sip of water you had just a second ago, just a little bit ago, might very well have been Tyrannosaurus Rex spittle 65 million years ago. It's very possible. Everything in Texas is good. It was the wind was blowing, of course, because it's Texas.
Hey, are you hearing me?
I cannot keep up with what y'all are talking about. There you go, Chipper. I mean, it's water to water. But now water with the stuff in the water, yeah, if the water's green, chances are I wouldn't drink it, or black, or brown, or yellow, or it depends on if your leader's name's Jones or whatever. I wouldn't drink it if it was red either. I guess it was red. Was it red Kool-Aid? Although I will switch glasses because I can see myself over here, and I realize everybody can tell I got bifocals. The health benefits of drinking T-Rex spit. Very few. It's just something you can say. But now whenever y'all are at the water fountain, you can be like, Triceratops. Yeah, think about it though. I mean, it's either T-Rex spit, Brontosaurus pee, or something. It was water, and it was doing something. It was going through something. It's been through something before. Fish, jellyfish, sea coral, sea cucumber, catfish, crawdad, something. It went through something first. Hey, Nina. Whale, exactly. But some of the water out there, and that's the only thing that spooks me about the flaming mushrooms is how you get that stuff out of the water. I mean, yeah, it'll burn off after a while, but how long you got to wait for it to burn off? I mean, how much water do you need to have to drink? As long as it doesn't. And groundwater moves. Everybody thinks that the water that's under their house or under their property that their wells pumping out of. Everybody's like, "Well, I got a well." That water is coming from somewhere else. It don't just sit there. It flows into your well. They drill a hole down there, and that hole fills up with water, which means that water is running in there from somewhere else. So, you'd have to, you need to be real careful, even especially spring water, because spring water is water that's coming from the top of the aquifers. It's not, that it may be coming from a couple 100 feet, but you can't drink the water here at 40 foot. You do not drink that water. You don't drink that water. Exactly. Well, most of your radiation is not going to last that long. Some of it will. That's the downside to the nuclear power plants. The stuff they use there is going to take forever. When something goes wrong and there's nothing, what are you going to do with it? I mean, it's going to be there like forever. I mean, we need to build rockets, all right. We need to launch them, and we need to have those silly little things spiral out of control right into the sun with every spent fuel rod on the planet. And then we don't need to make any more. The end. I mean, I think if something like that happened, imagine a grid down. It's going to take out the nuclear power plants. They're going to go bad, and then they're going to start boiling, and they're going to start burning. And I mean, it's going to be super hideous. It's going to be bad. Hey, Smith made it in here. At least you got in this one. He said he couldn't get in Staff Sergeant for whatever reason. And y'all have to bear with me. I can't keep that thing jumping so fast on there. I can't tell who's here and who's here. So when I see LOL, I got to scroll back up and see what I missed. Uh, because I don't have that many wrenches. Is this guy? Hold on, let me see if I can do that. Because this guy's supposed to. How many wrenches I got in here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this young lady some responsibility. Um,
Huh?
who wants to be responsible?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not asking you, but just in case you're wondering, uh, if you're in here, you're willing to be my slaves. Back out now. Back out now if you don't want to become a random slave. There's some people in here like this Leland dude. There's no way I'm giving him a wrench. Um, making his own army. I didn't know it was this easy to make people wrenches. I didn't know you could just like click on their name and do it. I'm gonna make Nina one. I'm gonna give Nina a wrench.
Are you done talking to me yet?
Let's see.
Because I'm really getting tired of holding my phone at my head.
And we'll give Sergeant Smith his back for whatever he got one. He's supposed to have one.
Probably when he canceled and restarted.
I'm reading Savage Survival's comment right now, and it says, "I want to be a member of SS Army." I don't think that's what he typed, but that's what he's getting. There, now I got more blue. Don't even, if you're not blue, don't feel all sad and stuff. So, but now I got blue. But that's all it is the moderators can monitor the chat, and if anybody starts throwing the F-bomb or talking trash on Trump or something like that, they can put him in timeout and stuff. First, I got to get a bunch of mean people in here to start misbehaving. What am I raising the ducks for? Because they're too small to eat right now. I went into Tractor Supply to get chicken feed because chickens eat like a massive amount of food, apparently. And I walked by, man, I was so good. I walked right past the baby chickens and went to the feed and got the stuff, but then I could hear them. And then I was going the other way and I looked down and the sign said $1. I was like, wait. So I went over there to see what was $1. And nobody bought any of the ducks. The ducks are like 4 weeks old. And nobody had bought any, or three weeks old. Nobody had bought them, so they're huge. And they're like, all the big yellow ducks, $1. A piece. So I was like, I'll take 6. And I was going to get 12, and I'm glad I didn't because I'm in trouble on the 6. But, usually when you buy a baby duck, they're, like this. These guys were raw. They, I had 10 inches worth of duck when I brought them home, and usually they're like 3 or 4. They grow really fast though, but I'm hoping that they're straight run, so there's no telling whether or not I'm gonna get ducks or drakes. The drakes go in the freezer, and the ducks will sit out there and lay eggs. The Peking duck lays an egg nearly the size of this light bulb. And instead of having 2 eggs for breakfast, you have one egg, and they'll lay 4 or 5 times a week. They're like almost as good as chickens as far as laying. Yeah, they got me with the baby duck, And there was a bunch of little pretty ones. They were like all racing striped and stuff. And the other ones, but those are $5 a piece. And if you pay $5 for the duck and then put $10 worth of feed into getting it grown, you can go to the grocery store and buy a whole duck already cleaned for like $10. Why you want to pay 15 for the one you grow yourself? That just don't make. That's just not mathematically sound. But if you can get them for $1, then you can feed them up and eat them and afford. At least that way you know what goes in them.
Racist strip? What?
Racing stripes, man. Racing. They were little black ducks with little white racing stripes, not racist stripes. Racing. Like when you have a Camaro and it's like all one color and everybody knows it's a V6, and then you go out and it's all one color and people wonder if it's V6, and then you go out and you put the racing stripes on it and everybody knows it's a V6. What does Smoke Kid say? You know what? I ought to do a live stream and just put like Guns Are Us or Guns Are Gonna Save the Planet, something like that, and then just have nothing but moderators in here so everybody could just hammer them. See how many thumbs down I could get on it. And then we'll just talk about unicorns and rainbows and paper clips and stuff. You're very welcome, Sergeant. I think it's funny though, man. They wanted $5 for black ducks, and the white ones was $1. So that's kind of racist. Just the grown are the big white ducks. Yeah. Anyway, what I wanted to say on the thing with Steph Sergeant and them, this is kind of cool. It's a hack that I actually have played with some. You know, we buy gallon jars of pickles around here because, well, we usually just take the pickles and throw them away to keep the jar because nobody eats pickles around here except for everybody. But if you keep the jars and if you put water in one and set it where the sun can get to it, and then you have a hose running from it to one that's where the sun isn't. You know, you've got to have a way for air to get back into the one that's in the sun, and for air to get out of the one in the bottom. But the pressure will actually build in the one in the sun, but that's evaporating water. When it goes down to the one that's in the cooler, it'll condensate out naturally, and all the moco stays in the one that's in the sun, and the water goes in the bottom one. It's not 100%. You might get whatever. It's not boiling water, but it would be one way to distill the water, distill the water. I played with it some with what I would call more than limited success. Matt snuck in here. Troll Slayer is like our favorite show. Just in case anybody wondered, we're like watching that on Netflix, but we only let ourselves watch so many of them. Duck eggs actually make better cakes than chicken egg. Oh, I think they do. They make the eggs more moist and stuff.
Too much white in your regular one.
Say what?
I said they have too much white in them. They're doing like scrambled or anything.
Yeah, the yolk to white ratio is a little off. I don't know, the smaller ones, when we played around with those little duck eggs that they're laying out there. Ooh, who else in here? Is Staff Sergeant snuck in yet? Nah, I'm not gonna show you. They don't even know. Look, can you see? I've tried 3 times to treat this.
I don't know if I knew that JAEUFM is.
What do you say?
If you take a picture of Chuck Norris to the pickle jar, does that help kill the nasties in the water?
Yes, it does. Yes, yes, Jay. If you actually the fastest way to treat your water, you scoop it up out of the bar ditch and kind of thump the dog turds out of it, and then just set it down, and then where it can't see what's behind it, and you say, "Oh, here comes Chuck Norris, and he's thirsty," and every one of the bugs and bacteria will jump out of the top back into the ditch. Aha. Oh, wait. No, I was trying to show y'all that I actually have made progress on that. But I cannot get it to go. I can't get it to get hard again.
Says cow leg bone.
No, this is deer. Deer. Come off about a year and a half old doe. But this is that file I found, my buried treasure. As soon as I can get this to, which it's actually not too
There's
soft.
ones in here now.
If it's not actually too soft or whatever, but I want it to go back to hard so I can anneal it.
Did you hear me?
Yes. Hey, Staff Sergeant. Use pins. Now, whenever I get ready, when I get the blade to go back to hard, the goats tore up my little forge, so I got to build another one. Well, rebuild it. But this, anyway, I'll mix epoxy up. It's the 2-part epoxy. I'll squeeze it in there, and then I'll mix it up. I'll stick a wire down in there, stir it up, and then I will literally, got to make sure I do it right the first time. I will literally just put this in there, and then wipe off the excess,
JE.
and then just set it to where and then just let it harden. And then the knife handle won't come out now. Well, yeah, I said that. It won't come all the way out now, but after I get the epoxy in there and fill the cavity back up with it, it'll add a little, the weight won't be noticeable, but that blade ain't going anywhere. And this is, what do you say?
What do you quench the blade in?
I tried oil, but I think my problem is I'm not getting it hot enough. I can't get it to where it's completely unmagnetic. It's almost hot enough, but it's not hot enough. I tried doing it with open fire and just using the wind draft into it, but I didn't have enough control over the heat and the air fuel mixture to get it hot enough. I know I could do it with the water, but that cools it so fast that I'm worried about breaking it. And I really want to give this to Ty Joe. So he's been after me for a little while to make him a knife. So.
See, okay, to pop it in the oven at 400 for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's after I get it, after I quench it and get it back to hard, then I've got to anneal it. And that the annealing part I can do that. I anneal those machetes and stuff. You know, just turn the oven on, get it hot, and set it in the oven and take it out. But for those of you that don't know, you can take a file and get it red hot and then just take it out and let it go real slow. And you can take this file and you can bend it in half. You can bend it with your hands. I could bend. I'm not going to. But I could bend this file right now with my hand. But then when you quench them right, you try that and it snaps. But then if you'll take and put them in the oven, like who was that said that a minute ago? But anyway, if you put them in the oven and anneal them, then they remain hard, but they're not brittle or not as brittle. And then they'll hold the edge but still be a little flexible, more like a spring rather than tool steel. But
I guess trying to survive whatever it is this thing did not.
you're not trying.
But you need to scroll back up and read Diggers and then that David.
Diggers and Davids. Diggers West. Yeah, and see that's the thing, David. I think that I don't think I'm getting past the 1400. That's my problem. I I need my little forge back. For those of you who have just subscribed to me and done the live chats and stuff, there's actually way back there. I made a little forced air forge out of a refrigeration can, and with it I can melt steel. I did it though. It takes a little while. I can get it hot. So
Adorable said, "Are you coming to your kid's housewarming party when you move?"
Adorable. His name's Matt. Yes, if he's buying the bus ticket. Buying the bus tickets, flying the beer, and the 12 gauge rounds. I will be there. I've got to get more oil because I didn't realize I'd left my hyper intelligent self had left my oil out, and my dog was thirsty and was drinking it and spilt it. Okay, who else? Later, Joe. Be good, stay safe. I did say hi to Staff Sergeant, didn't I? Yes. Okay. All right. See, I've done several of the plow steel deals or whatever, and I've been able to get them super hard. But then, you know, I'll anneal them, and then after I anneal them, I noticed the stress cracks that formed, and that's Prepper Madness. Oh, thank you.
It's not extremely sweet though.
If I sneak over here, they can't see. See? Whatever. She brought me chocolate, but she won't kiss me. Oh, these are good. Is it good?
It's not sweet.
It's diet candy. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Yes, I'm gonna diet. All right, Brian. Who leaves? Brian Burkett. Thank you, Brian. Be safe.
The fat bomb.
The fat bomb. So, can I sprinkle like sugar on mine?
No,
No.
doesn't need you.
What's that thing called? The diet? That we do? Keto? We decided to get healthy. Well, she decided to get healthy and it was working. And I'm like, wait, she's getting healthy. So and I actually decided to do this. It's peanut butter and chocolate, but there's no sugar.
Matt said, I'm sending for you and Rob. Don't worry, I got you. Anyone else who wants to come.
I still got to figure out how to get a
And
really
Gray
good.
Man said, if that's a case hardened mild steel file, it will never get hard.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. The I think it's case hardened.
Brian Perkins was leaving.
Later, Brian.
He said, shoot him a text. Sometime, not right now.
No, right now, because now I have to be like, oh, poking people and stuff. Sorry, guys. Man, that's good. I mean, when your wife brings you chocolate, you stop what you're doing and you eat it. And okay, I don't even know how they can legally call it a diet. I have to eat bacon all the time now, and steak, bacon and steak, and meatloaf and sausage and eggs. The only thing that they took away from me that's about to drive me nuts is potatoes. But they gave us butternut squash. Has anybody tried butternut squash? Serious question.
That JE guy said, what flavor is the cookie or is that a brownie? It's a homemade Reese cup.
It's a homemade Reese cup. It's chocolate and peanut butter.
And Digger says, not trying to step on any toes, but if you want to learn about mouth making, look at Walter Sorrells here on YouTube.
I was subscribed to him. Come to think of it, Yes.
Smoking's leaving.
Smoking's leaving. What? His swamp squat showed up, didn't he? He's messing with you again. Tell him just go on. You ain't got time to go mudding. Butternut squash is good, and I always passed it up at the store because it looked like a gourd, which it is a gourd, but it's delicious. It tastes. Have you ever tried it raw? Spaghetti squash is good too. We've been doing this spaghetti squash for a while, but that butternut stuff tastes like watermelon, man. I was sitting there eating it like a carrot, and it tastes like watermelon. I'm sorry, it's good. Even then, after you cook it, it tastes vaguely like yams, maybe. Oh, it just tastes good. Yeah, it tastes like watermelon, dude. I'm not messing with it. Okay, a watermelon and a carrot got drunk. They had a love child, and it was butternut squash, and it tastes like a watermelony carrot. There's more of watermelon flavor than there is carrot, though. Telling you, I don't know how else to explain it. Getting me to eat a raw vegetable, you're doing something. It's got to be broccoli, a carrot, or watermelon, pretty much, to get me to eat, well, tomatoes. But like people that eat raw potatoes, I'm just like, how do you do that? Yeah, what? It is tempting to go out there and pull that frozen tequila out of the freezer. Oh, that's right. Matt's probably got way into his bourbon coat. Bourbon's good. I really do like high end bourbon. I just can't afford to drink it. Um, whoa, 6 shots in. Be careful, man. To break out another bottle. That's why I tell myself I can drink as much as I want. That way I don't really want to get drunk. Yeah, the Irish in me has trouble with no potatoes too. That's oh wait for it. There ain't no corn allowed either. Pasta, we replaced the pasta with spaghetti squash, which is okay. I like the spaghetti squash. The spaghetti squash is good. Um, the whole cutting out the sugar thing's a little weird because I drink sugar in my coffee and I drink coffee a lot. I've cut back on the amount of sugar I put in the coffee. Townsend's. What does Townsend's talk about? Uh, yes, that's called L. That's the Irish diet, and well, they um,
Since we're talking about food again, I'm gonna say one more time, y'all need to check out
ask him to
Townsend.
explain what Townsend's is. I don't know if it's a channel or something. Even rice is the deal is it's carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, the human body, well, I guess all animals, whatever, turn carbohydrates into energy. And the energy that it doesn't use, it turns it into fat. If you can retrain your body to get its energy from fat, then it harvests the fat from your body for energy rather than carbohydrates. I even make pancakes out of potatoes. A YouTube channel.
You used to, can't make them now.
Ha ha ha. And see, that's my other cheat is, but honey's got more carbohydrates in it than sugar does, but it doesn't take as much honey to do what the sugar does.
A little bit salt. That's all
A
good.
little salt. I need to figure out how to tap that honey that's in my attic without dying. There's a sheet of honey up there the size of a pizza box, man. I just can't do it. I can't risk it. I'm allergic to bees and it'd be the end of me. I'm sure everybody at the funeral would enjoy the honey, but
What is it? Bannock?
yeah, what's a
Have y'all
bannock?
tried to make a bannock over the fire this year?
What's a bannock? Um, Digger? Bannock. Bannock.
Oh, you can have.
Oh,
You can have everything but the potatoes, David.
yeah, you can have everything but the potatoes, dude. We eat cabbage like it's gone out of style. Cabbage with butter and bacon, dude. You can put butter and bacon in your cabbage on this diet. Oh, okay, yeah. I've got some wheat in there. I'm thinking about trying to grind my own flour. We'll see how that goes. Pretty much. Lisa Rabbit Grizzly, you can chunk your significant other out of the way in front of you. It's running backwards, I guess. See, acorn flour, I actually like the acorn flour,
They
man.
don't sell that here.
But acorn flour still got the carbohydrates in it. Yeah, it's not
We
it's
did good to find almond flour.
almond flour. Yeah, almond flour was hard to find. Pretty much, there's the increase in fiber in my diet has had an effect. A voluminous, whatever, a lot of effect. Oh man, here's the other half of it. No beans, man. I live south of the Mason-Dixon line.
You can have as much fish as you want.
I
As
live
much chicken.
in Texas, and I ain't allowed to eat beans. But I can have fish. There's that. Everything's a trade-off. I can eat what I want and carry. If I get rid of this stuff right here, that's my bug out bag. When this is gone, I don't have to carry this and my bug out bag. I mean, the weight that I lose is my bug out bag. Literally, the amount of weight that I want to lose is the amount of weight that's in my bug out bag, and it puts me back down to healthy weight. It just makes sense. Nina, I haven't got a chance to watch your putting the seeds in the ground thing though, but I'm going to have to because I got to know what this frog thing is. And if you're scared of spiders, snakes, frogs, and bugs in general, why are you homesteading? How about lizards? Are you scared of lizards? And I'm only picking on you a little bit. Mostly because I'm scared of that big old 44 your boy got. A true paleo diet, though, man, is you got to go out and harvest your own food. You don't buy nothing. Not trying to start anything, but it's not a type of food. It's the amount of work you have to do to get your food. At least we figured out that they're just regular American honeybees. They're not the what do you call it? Africanized thing. Yeah, those things. I'm keto because I ain't going out. I'm not going to go out there and dig up my own roots.
Can't eat roots.
Exactly. I mean, now both of them are equally as good or whatever. Eating only what you harvest. A couple of friends of mine did that, and well, the one guy he had to quit because he lost too much weight, and the other guy was very happy with it, and but it's taken him.
That's why there's so many though, because different people
Yeah.
have different tolerances.
Yeah, but in the Yeah, you have to hunt down and kill your own woolly mammoth. Yes. But that's the paleo diet that they talk about. It's not really my idea of a paleo diet and the actual what they call a paleo diet isn't the same thing. Um, but uh, one wildcrafter, he did it, and he actually liked the deal. So he harvests wild berries and hunts, and he avoids going to the grocery store unless they're starving or whatever, basically. And they're doing really well. He eats a lot of weeds. He eats a lot of his salad is a weed, but bowl full of weeds, basically. But I wish I find somewhere with no ticks. I just was a place with no ticks.
That gray man said, I'm from Texas. I now live in Minnesota. I'm used to dealing with rattlesnakes and cottonmouth. There's none up here. So I told myself, I tried to pet me cottonmouth one time. He got me a helicopter ride.
Yeah, there's that. 8,500 and change for a helicopter ride. She didn't die though. She tried twice. Twice or 3 times?
Wow.
Twice. This spooks. And we got a little bit of a rattlesnake issue here. We actually don't have a lot of trouble with ticks right around my house. The best chickens. A tick wiggles, a chicken eats it. So you don't have very many ticks.
Now, it's going to be.
Good night, Matt. Have a good sleep. Okay. Anyway, we talk about anything important. Oh man. I'm probably gonna take a nip on my way to bed tonight. Just a nip. Mostly because, let's see,
Freaking West now or something. Just letting y'all know, else if it's.
West Nile. Dude, that stuff's no joke. Everybody talks about the bird flu and this, that, and everything else. What happens if that West Nile gets kicked back loose? That stuff takes you out. I don't care how big and bad you are. That stuff takes you down. And what it does to human beings is, man, it's.
I don't know if it's
You
for
don't
the
see it.
night at JE. Said it sounded like the ducks settle down for the night. Not sure if it's the night or just until they're thirsty.
Yeah, just until they're thirsty again. We can't like put water in there and leave it with them, or they just get in there and just play in all of it until it's all gone. So we just water them periodically. We have we got a few different kinds of mosquitoes. We got the one big, they're about the size of a Huey. And then we have the little bitty ones that are about the size of the silver bullet. And they are like neat, 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 bite you 45 times. And then you got the ones with the white stripes or whatever, the big ones. What? Yeah. Yeah, that one found out that one dewormer that they want you to give your horses or whatever. You can't eat them after you give it to them. Like, well, it sounds like the horse is going to have worms. But, yeah, and that's something else. A lot of people don't realize. I mean, if you've got livestock and this, that, and everything else, then you got to make sure that the vaccinations and the medicines and stuff they're telling you to give your animals so it's okay. Your livestock, you can treat it with love and respect without making it a pet. You don't plan on eating your pet. So it's okay to give it chemicals that, that if you eat, it's going to kill you. But why would you put chemicals that are designed to keep your pet happy and healthy into your animal that you're raising to eat? You wouldn't. It just wouldn't be prudent. Those ducks over there, they're cute and I'll love them and take care of them, play with them. I'll name them. But if the tail feather curls up, I'm going to pinch them by the beak and we're going to talk about things. And then we'll put them in a balmy, moist environment for about an hour. And I'm going to give them a nice bed of green leaves to lay on. And then we'll eat them. Yep, that's what we'll do. Because I like duck. Duck tastes good. Well, I agree, man. You have a good one. How long we been on here? How long we been in here? Oh, there it is. Been on about an hour. I'm fitting to wrap it up too. Yeah. Got to grab me a snack before I go to bed. Uh, you can take duck is just about like anything else, but honestly, if you take your vegetables like your broccoli, your cauliflower, whatever besides potatoes, beans, corn, and season it how you ordinarily would, like say just the Italian seasonings. Season your vegetables, put them on the inside, then put your Italian seasoning on the outside. Put it on a elevated rack in the pan because you don't want it setting in its own grease. You'll save that for something special. And then you cover it and you put it in the oven and you cook it. The vegetables will cook in the moisture from the duck and absorb the fats from the duck. They will be delicious. The entire duck will be delicious. Yeah, you can eat fruits. You just can't just go crazy because they have the sugar in them. I don't know what that I got into, but that when I was over there moving that stuff, man, my wrist is broke out. Hope I didn't find a nest of chiggers. Yeah, that's what we keep it for. Um, uh-oh. we're going to get some pigs, but we're just going to put them somewhere where coffee can't name them and stuff. I don't get that, man. Anything else can turn into food that fast.
I can do it this time.
You honestly think you can do it?
Yes. When we get them, we can name them breakfast and morning snack and lunch and afternoon snack and dinner.
Okay. I get this in writing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't. You did not sell that yes at all. Oh. Bought 2 feeder pigs. Kept them feeder pigs till they were really big. And didn't get to eat one.
That's because they had babies they had to take care of.
Okay, so we make sure that they weren't supposed to be that old when we ate them. I'm just saying.
I got it this time.
You got it this time? Okay. And this is specifically with Leland why you have to come over here and hold those back legs for me. And I think baby pigs are the cutest thing ever. I don't know that if I watched them be born in, well, yeah, never mind. Lightning didn't stand a chance. Yeah, I can slaughter pigs. Mostly because whenever I see a pig, even when they're cute and got your little round cheeks, all I see is bacon. Bacon and pork chops, ham. That's all I see. Food waddling around in the ground. That's all I see. What do we got, Digger? We'll listen. Bacon seeds, exactly. That's what they are. They're bacon seeds. I mean, you can feed them garbage and they turn it into bacon.
On the chickens, when we first started getting them, I knew they were going to be for food, and I'm fine with that. So I think I can do it.
You think, okay, well, we'll give it a try. And what's the worst thing that could happen?
Get more wild hogs in the neighborhood.
That's possible. Black feeder pigs. We have black wild hogs running around. Still don't know how the gate got open. Put my foot down. Said they was going to go to the freezer. They didn't go to the freezer. But life in the fast lane. Oh, wait, I'm getting a call. Elmo, it's for me. Oh man, the batteries did not stop.
Oh, jeez.
Battery is dead. And see, that's what we do. Our soil's not that great, man. We either put it in compost deals, and the chickens scratch it out into nothing, or I just till it. The last few times we've just tilled it straight into where the garden's going to be. I would imagine so, Digger. Yo, there's a trunk. Yes, coffee. I'm not even going to type this. That's just Mike. We are not running a pig rescue. We're not.
Diggers.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh. Digger, you almost triggered an ex-wife joke. Just saying.
That's like,
I said almost. Oh. Hey, Courtney. We actually got this guy trapped some hogs, and we got one of them off of him, and they brought him to the house, and they were in the trailer, and all the guys were trying to get him. I mean, they're supposed to get me the pig and get it to me, and the guy's wife's like, just get the pig, and she just reach over in there. I mean, you got these 150-pound hogs, teeth sticking out of there. She just reach over in there and grab one by the back leg. That pig's running around all there and just, here's your pig. And the man was just like, wow. It was like all sheepish and stuff. That's funny. Yeah, somebody wants turkeys, but I can't really talk myself into it. I'm actually thinking about giving in on the guineas though. But guineas are, I mean, you feed them and they lay eggs everywhere but where you can get to them. So they're an ornamental bird. So I don't know. At least turkeys, it's socially acceptable to eat them. Thank you, Ashley. I just noticed you subbed me. And seen Smith pop off. Did he leave a while ago? Did I miss him leaving?
who?
Sergeant Smith. Hey, Smith, you still in here? You hiding in the corners? I like the sound quails make, but the sound guineas make is just like, listening to, I don't know.
Bunch of ladies.
Yeah, a bunch of old witches. It's like being the kid on the stool in the church kitchen at the meal. Quail eggs are good, but they're just so small. And there's really not any difference between quail eggs. And the only reason quail eggs are better than chicken eggs is because the chicken eggs you get at the store don't have any value in them. There's no vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. Quails are cute and tasty. That is true. And if quails weren't such a pain in the butt to keep, we'd think about it. But you've got to have ground wire. You actually have to have a door between you and the free world and the door that keeps the quails in. Because, you don't want them getting out.
I was scared of a flock or whatever you call them, a quail the other day when Ralph and I were out driving.
I don't know what, after quail season, I don't know what the deal. There's no quail here again. I don't know where they all went because I didn't hear anybody hunting. That means that some jerkwad is setting the quail traps, and I hate that. I mean, everybody's like, oh, there's too many ticks, and there's too many fleas, and there's too many spiders. Quit killing the quail. Or quit trapping the quail. Go out like a grown man. Shoot them with a shotgun like everybody else. There's no law against trapping the quail, I guess. But there he is. What, Sergeant Smith? You just quail him up? Sorry. That was pretty lame. I would. An egg. I don't know why I still have this on my desk. Maybe I'm expecting it to have.
It's such a quail trapper trap.
Yeah.
YouTube keeps kicking them off.
I think it's YouTube messing with everybody. They're trying this new thing.
Oh, I cannot get any notifications.
Yeah, I'm not getting any notifications or anything. I didn't find out that I was, BA was going to be live until I was already in the room live with him. So, -40. Let's see, -40 and me. No. Can't see a reason for it.
There was another one in there for the FLTs. Wasn't that the one in
I guess. Oh yeah, I missed FLP's thing. I didn't know. I didn't get a notification that he had. Well, I actually didn't get a notification. Um, it just showed. I looked at my subscriber deal and saw that he had posted another video because it does a little one, or however many they post. And I jumped over there to his channel. And I was like, what? And I missed the whole thing. I actually enjoy going to these things where I just get to sit over or hang out in the side chat. I actually like doing that. The side chat's not way more fun, but the side chat's fun. And I can't like listen and type, and I can't follow this conversation at the same time because, well, it's me. I'm not a multitasker. And see, the downside that she runs hers opposite of, there's about an hour's difference, but I don't get the notification she's going live until she's already live. And 6 o'clock's a bad time for me. So. Yeah, and we're not moving to New Mexico, so that won't happen. We could just like rotate and just move. We could just get a giant RV and just drive to where it's the right temperature. And there's fish biting. You go trout fishing. Way too many liberals and Californians in Dallas. Talk about needing to build a wall.
See, they said that that's what the nomads do. They chase around, and I told you I wanted to go be with the gypsies, and gypsies are like nomads.
Yes, we could gypsy
you could just
it
go
up.
live with the gypsies.
No, we're not living with the gypsies. I'm not becoming a pickpocket and stuff. I'm not selling snake oil or whatever they do. Yes, Austin, Dallas, Houston. They're all
Austin
really
is
blue.
horrible. Austin is the worst in Texas.
Um, Even the Republicans I know in the Austin area, Austin, San Antonio, Temple, all around in there, they want all their rights, but they want all the handouts too, which is not the way it works. Nomad's cool, but she wants Coffee seems to believe that gypsies are the coolest people on the planet.
Something Smith.
Ah. Now Austin's pretty country, but you can't really see any of the country anymore because it's all Austin. Yeah. Austin's surrounded by all them rivers and lakes and stuff, and I was down there. I spent 2 days trying to find a place to fish. There was too much town. You couldn't get to the water to fish. Corpus Christi? Don't know. I avoid going to South Texas. Don't speak the language. You moving to Greenville, Mr. Smith? Yeah, it smells like Dreamers for sure. I like South Carolina. Well, I no, I like Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia.
Do you make my coffee?
If you're going, I do. If you're not, I don't. Thank you. You know, people probably come on in and they're like, "Man, this guy's live chats suck." So, I'm just reading what y'all are talking about now. I'm just trying to chat in. This just keeps me from typing. Did y'all see my new pig sticker yet? That scared me. I think like razor sharp and almost fall on me. Thank you, man. Sergeant Smith just moved to the valley and picked peas, dude. You could be a pea picker. Yeah, who was asking about the ducks? Thanks whoever jinxed us on the ducks. Ducks are awake and want food and water now. Sergeant, if you want to work in a apple orchard, we got them right up Dickens. Dickens got apples all over the place. They have Sergeant and everybody else. True story. There's a town up the road that has apples all over the place. They make cider. Okay? The name of the town is Dickens. The name of the company that makes the cider is Dickens Cider. Don't go there. Their radio commercial in the 80s suggested that on winter months, warm cider was better. No, they suggested that there were ways to make it that. J Snip. They had a ditty.
Mickey Murray.
All right, Mickey. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. It's actually pretty good cider, honestly.
After I finish classes, I will be applying.
Greenville Sheriff Deputy. I'm thinking about running for sheriff in my own town. Better get elected. There's only gonna be one vote.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go over anywhere over there to the sheriff.
Yeah, you know, catch me over there in Liberalville. You gotta go do what you gotta do, though.
Reminds me of Tiny Wine, if you ever heard of their commercial.
I hadn't heard of it. Now I gotta find out. It's really hard not to do the whole ditty. I know the ditty for the Dickens cider, and I can't in good conscience do it.
Just counting for you, I moved the help.
Think I could get it if I ran on the Democratic Party down there? Told everybody I was going to make sure everybody was driving a Prius instead of a SUV?
Well, they're predicting that in 2030 it will. There's gonna. I don't know if they were saying there's gonna be a law or just a strong suggestion that there's no more combustible engines by 2030 on the road.
Wow. Well, they've been trying for that a while. They're going to have to, no new one, but I don't think they'll get the internal combustion engines off the. They're going to have to do something though, because I think we've already hit peak oil. Sorry, not trying to go political, but I believe we've already hit peak oil. That's the only reason that shale harvesting, that's the only reason fracking can pay is because we've hit peak oil. We're into getting the shale out now. We're having to frack to get the oil. So yeah, we've hit peak oil production. There's no more pools of oil just laying down there waiting to be harvested.
They're gonna explode.
Y'all chat.
That'll be said you have to dump that.
There's a bunch of them.
So this came in.
I actually heard the coyotes before the dog did. Sorry, guys. They was going crazy. Soul Survivor Community. Hey.
Everybody was waiting for you to do that.
Yeah. The difference is, Digger, we weren't fracking and acidizing shale oil.
Now we are, we're getting earthquakes.
Yeah, now we are. The shale oil is in a different place. It's actually kind of like the shock absorber of the crust, you know, and you fracture every well. Okay, you go down, you test, you find the oil, and then you go to that zone and you fracture. Okay, the fracking that they're doing now is different than back in the day. You know, fracturing the ground 7,000-8,000 foot down, or however far they're going to get the oil, or we're going to get the oil. But they're actually going in now to the rock and fracturing the rock, high pressure water, and then acid, and then pumping it full of sand and stuff, and the acid eats the rock and the oil flows out. Problem is the acid is eating the rock. Oh. Just say it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And see, there's energy. There's no such thing as clean energy. These windmills are not clean
Well,
energy.
they gotta have petroleum for starters.
They go through gear oil in those things like it's gonna without the oil field, wind energy doesn't work. Solar panels. Without the oil field, they don't work. What else? Hydroelectric. They don't depend on whatever, but you've got the hydroelectric dams. You've got to flood entire ecosystems and kill off massive amounts of plant and animal life to store the water for the hydroelectric. There's no such thing as clean energy. This is just me being me and telling you this. Burning wood instead of buying natural gas is not clean energy, it's cheap energy.
See, they don't have to go that deep here. Digger.
Yeah, what are they fracking at what? Between 1,000 and 1,500, mostly around here. Now, here's the kicker. You having your own wind energy system is clean. Okay. A 12 or 24 volt system in storage. The only thing is, there you go. You have to have the storage. Batteries are recyclable. The lead acid batteries, the old school lead acid batteries, are recyclable. And that makes sense. But even that has a major footprint. Yet another reason why I prep, there's there's no way that our way of life, humans, the way we do things, it's not sustainable. There's no way. And it's just it can't keep going like this. So the ones that, and not all of us that are getting ready are going to make it. But most of the ones that make it will be the ones that got ready.
So the water I need, I read that the energy it takes to make energy has been the same since before the industrial age, from hook power to solar power.
Yes. It's just the need for energy has gotten more. So therefore more energy is expended to make more energy. Energy is basic science, okay? Who knows Ohm's law? Takes 1 volt to push 1 amp through 1 ohm. Is that simple? I don't know what they're on, but they're on something over there. It takes X number of, or X amount of oats and water and oxygen going through a horse for that horse to have the energy to pull 35 pounds up a 30-degree incline, or 15, or whatever it is. It takes this much energy.
That's the goal.
It's energy is energy.
I'll lay down and go sleep now.
Now, granted, I think that solar energy is probably the cleanest because if the solar panels don't break down, now here's the kicker. China and Taiwan and Indonesia and all them people making the solar panels that you can buy so cheap right now, or could. I'm glad they slapped them. They're not following the clean air and stuff that we are. So by buying the cheaper solar panels from over to Big Puddle, we're actually accelerating if there is, the human animal is contributing to global climate change. Quite simply by saving a few dollars, you're accelerating it to try and be clean or green. When you can build your own windmill for nearly nothing.
The old style Edison batteries are pretty nifty.
Yeah, they're nifty, but I don't know how good they are. The old style Egyptian batteries were nifty, but took a lot to get anything out of them. Honestly. Well, there wasn't a lot of current made. Yeah, but what does it take to make an AGM gel cell battery? I mean, what is the cost, and how hard is it to recycle them? Because any of the batteries, even the NiCad batteries and stuff, a battery is only going to be so good for so long. And you can't read the sales pamphlets on them. You've got to understand that everything that's like that those solar roadways that guys working in the I think they switched it to solar sidewalks. That stuff makes an insane amount of sense to me, but they're plastic modules. So without petroleum, then you can't make them. Okay. Petroleum is a limited resource. It's a non-renewable energy source. Your milk jugs, your plastic ties, your sandwich bags, your all of that stuff that goes to the landfill, all that plastic that goes in the landfill and gets buried is petroleum that is buried, never to be used again. It's not going to turn back into crude oil anytime soon. Recycling, quite honestly, is the greenest thing you can do. And even recycling has a horribly ugly footprint. Now, glass bottles, you had to wash them and you had to sterilize them before you could reuse them. But even if one got thrown away, it just turns back into sand after a while.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not promoting the um, man-made global climate change. There's too many other things out there that could show it. And if you look at the, even if you look at the ice core samples, the history, um, there's enough scientific information there to let us know that it's natural for the CO2 levels to climb prior to this or that or whatever. Um, every plant out there, that's what they exhale. Okay. But, my thing is the stuff you can only pull so much out of something before it starts to collapse. And we've been pulling a lot out of the crust. We've been pulling a lot of oil out. The salt water we pull out with the oil, we don't even put it back in the same place. We're pumping it under massive pressure over here in another place to dispose of it. We're pumping it somewhere where there's no oil. There's already something there. What are we pumping it into? It's just part of it. But I mean, there's never been 700 billion. Is that the right number? 700 billion? 7 billion, however many it is. There's never been that many people. There's never been that much of a load on the planet from the human species. There's never before been this many people. So, what can we actually say with a good conscience that we're not having an effect? Or are we just saying because we are humans and we want what we want and we like living the way we're living? Or are we just saying that, nah, it can't be us? It's a natural cycle. It's just blah, blah, blah. That's as bad as saying that God made the planet for us. And God didn't put us on this planet until it had been made a long time. He didn't make the planet for us. He put us on the planet for him. As God so loved the world, not the people on the world. Okay. But anyway. Getting off topic here. Yeah, don't get me started on cow farts either, man. I have to live next to a dairy. Cow farts are a major problem around here.
Plus, we shouldn't food where we eat anything.
Not supposed to. Think about it. We're the only species that build a room specifically directly attached to our sleeping quarters that we defecate in. Medium rare, yeah. Actually, I prefer mine a little closer to rare. but I like cheese too. So
We have pretty much as much cheese as
yeah, we can eat all the cheese you want. I like cheese. Cheese is good, and you gotta have live cows for cheese, or you have to have had a live cow for cheese. Yeah, but we're the next to rats. I think we're the most popular or populous thing out there too.
I don't know. I think cockroaches win.
Maybe so. I don't know, Chipper. If not, it was good to have you in here. I've been on here for an hour and 41 minutes and all this. Guys, I'm gonna holler calf rope and get off of here. Thank all of y'all for I'll look at instead of reading over here, I'll look at y'all. Thank all y'all for coming by. It was a good chat. Really appreciate it. Throw this out there. If you're not sub, throw me a sub. Give me a thumbs up. Go check out my older videos. And stuff. Go check each other out too. See what people are talking about. See, Elle's trying to get me caught up in another conversation about that stuff. But anyway, yes, tell cheese is the best. Oh, that was you that time. But I'm not going to look at the screen anymore. I'm not going to read any more chat. Nothing. I love you people. Thank y'all for stopping by. Y'all have a really good night. Have a good Sunday. Find somebody, give them a hug. Do it to a stranger. Just walk up to them, unless they got a gun or like cross-eyed and like, maybe obvious skin disease or something. Just give them a hug. Say, God loves you and so do I. And then just run away. Or something. Anyway, make everybody's life better just by being you. God bless. Stay alive. Don't die. I got to poke y'all now.